Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'm Amanda Fowler of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room. In today's video we're going to be making this male themed card using some brand new products from the Spring Summer catalogue. These are the watercolour pencils and we've also got some new stamp sets as well. So let's get started, shall we? Now, the watercolour pencils, they come in a range of colours, and the brilliant thing about them is they are coordinating with our stamp colours. So we've got a basic grey, early espresso, Bermuda Bay, there's some pinks, so I think it's Melon Mambo, Calypso Coral, Rich Razzleberry and several others. But I'm actually just going to be using Bermuda Bay and Basic Grey today. Now, they're ordinary watercolour pencils. So, I say ordinary, there's nothing ordinary about them. They will work just for colouring in. So if you like doodling and just colouring, then they'll work really well for that. They also work with our blender pens, which is how I'm going to be using them today. But they also work in the way that they were designed. So they are watercolour pencils. So you can colour in and then use an aqua paint or a wet paintbrush and make beautiful watercolour effects. You can take the colour off the tip of the pencil to get a really soft shaded effect as well. So there's so many things that you can do with them. I will just show you blender pens today, but watch out for some more videos. I'll be using them a lot. They are fab. So let's look at the stamp set and the dies. So this is Nailed It, which is a stamp set that's in the 2017 Spring Summer catalogue. It comes with matching dies. It's a really good set. So there's a saw and a screwdriver and a spanner. There's a hammer, there's nails and little rivets and washers, nuts, that's what they are, and little tacks as well. There's some greetings. It's a really lovely set. And as I said, it's got a matching set of dies, and I've already cut out the saw and the hammer and the screwdriver. So I've already cut those out. Now, I'm also going to be using this stamp set, which is called Milestone Moments. And it's a really lovely, useful set. It's got all of the milestones from 1st to 75th. Yeah, 1st to 75th. It's also got the words birthday, sweet, new baby, anniversary, happy and retirement. So it actually covers all sorts of lifetime moments that you might want to make a card for, or actually it's really good for your scrapbooks and your project life and memory keeping as well. So I'm going to use the happy birthday from that one. Okay, so let's put the birthday on there and the happy on there. Now I'm using photopolymer stamps, so I'm using my stamping mat. Really do, if you haven't got a stamping mat, please get one. They really make a difference on your photopolymer stamps. It just gives it a little bit of give when you're stamping. So let me just ink that up and put the happy there. And then the birthday just there. Okay. So that's all we're going to be using that for. Now I'm going to use the basic grey. I don't need the mat for this now because I'm using wood stamps. And if you've never seen me stamp before, these are my favourite. Wood mounted stamps, look. Can you tell how grubby these are? Yeah, we've been using these a lot in my classes and at my parties. So that's why they're looking the way they are. This is a sign of a well-loved stamp. So I'm just going to stamp the spanner and a few nuts and screws. Try, whenever you're stamping, the rule of odd numbers applies the same as it does when you're flower arranging or gardening or anything like that. What happens is if you have an odd number of things, your eye doesn't expect it to be sort of all lined up. So it can look random and it'll look great. If you have an even number, your eyes and your brain are trying to line them up so it looks wrong. So if ever you look at your card and you think something not quite right about that, count up the elements, and if you've got an even number of elements, just add one more and you should be good to go. So that's the inside, and now I'm going to stamp randomly across here. The ink that I'm using is basic grey, and it's a archival ink, so it's on a felt ink pad. So that's really nice, but it means that when I do the watercolouring later, the ink isn't going to budge. So I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 7, so we'll do 2 more. That'll be 9, and then we'll just put some screws in there as well. 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome. Okay, so that's there. So let's just assemble this bit. Whilst I'm gluing, one of the most common messages I get on YouTube and on emails is about this. It's my little glue caddy. Lots of people ask how to make this. Now there is a video for this. It's called a desk tidy and glue holder. So if you search on YouTube under Inspiring Inkin and desk tidy or glue holder, you will find the links for that. So that goes on there like that. And there's the inside. I always put an inside into my cards. Invariably I use coloured cardstock to make my cards, so I always put an insert in. Firstly, you've got somewhere really lovely to write, but also it gives you, it's another surface to decorate, and I'm all for that. Okay, so there's the basic card all done. We've just got the elements to do now. So this is the fun bit. So this is basic grey, and all you're going to do is just scribble over all the bits. These are all the bits that are going to be silver. And as you can tell, I'm really not being very precise. And then I'm going to do a bit of colouring in here on the bits that are going to be blue. Now, let's put some on there as well. Okay, so I'm using the blender pen. The reason I'm using a blender pen, not an aqua painter, is I'm using Whisper White cardstock. So you don't use water on anything really apart from watercolour paper or shimmer white paper, but our very vanilla card and our Whisper White card will bubble because it's got a coating on it, so you really don't want to put water on it. But the blender pens have got some kind of magical chemical in. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it does exactly what it says on the tin. It blends the colour. So let me just check that there's no colour on there. So you'll be able to see this. Hopefully I'll be able to zoom in a bit. So all you do is you just rub over it and it just blends the colour. And it's brilliant because it makes you feel like a real artist, and you can just spread out the colour. So I'm just going to do all of the Bermuda Bay, the blue stuff. So let's just spread that one out. go. And then this one. And what I'm actually going to do on this screwdriver is I'm just going to do a bit of shading. So, got all the blue there, and then because I've got a tiny bit of blue on the end of the blender pen, I'm just going to go on these little sections here, and you can see, look, I'm just giving it a little bit of shading. Then with the blender pen, all you do is you just scribble it on your grid paper until it's clean, and then you can go on with your next colour. So I'm just going to blend this through, and as you can tell, the archival ink isn't bleeding or changing at all, even though I've got the blender pen on it. So one more. Oh, wrong end. So that's that bit. Okay, I just want to add a couple of bits of definition here. So what I'm going to do, clean off my pen again, and I'm just going to take some colour direct from the pencil. Just means then it's a stronger colour. I'm just going to go over the top there, just to give it a bit more definition. Okay, and then let's find some dimensionals and let's finish the card off. So I'm going to have a couple on the saw. Oh, one quick tip before I just do that. With the saw, with the dies, the saw has actually got sort of 6 holes here, but there's actually a cutting piece here, and I'll put it down on the desk so you can see better, but there's a cutting piece there. So when you line it up over the stamped image, what the really important thing to do is to line up that edge just there with that stamped line. So you'll line it up like that, and then it'll cut it out, and then the handle piece will cut out perfectly. Okay, so that's really important for you to do that. Right, let's get these dimensionals off. That's that one. Couple on there. And with the dimensions, always, if you just push your nail into the centre, it will just lift the backing paper off, and it just makes it easy to get it off. And just pop the screwdriver down, and then I've just got the hammer to put down, and then the card will be finished. There we go. Okay, so there's the card all finished. That was a really quick sort of whistle-stop tour about using the blender pens, using the watercolour pencils with the blender pens, and these 2 lovely new stamp sets. So I hope you have enjoyed that project today. If you'd like to see more creative inspiration, please pop over to my blog, www.inspiringinkin.com, and if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you will always hear about my videos first. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.